go. All right. So we're going to pick up right where it left off. I'm assuming it's because my computer is just terrible. It's old and it doesn't work very well. Let's see. I could wait till English comes back on if she's available, because she had asked about the gender pay gap, and I was right in the middle of getting after it about that gender pay gap, and my computer, basically what it did was up here in the corner, it tells the seconds or minutes that I am live, and it said it paused at 9:04, and then I went back and watched the live video that was posted, and it never paused. Y'all heard everything that I said. So I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to get let's see. We'll do it like that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's my connection, if it's my internet. It could be my internet. I do share my internet with fellow neighbors. Maybe I had too much on it. I don't know. But I left off at talking about the gender wage gap and how my boyfriend received $9 an hour, and I was still at 8 hours. Put a little lotion on my hand, a little dry. Got a little lotion called aromatherapy, stress relief. It has eucalyptus and spearmint, which is pretty good. Bath and Body Works. I love that place. I just don't have any money, or I would go buy them out. I saw where Nikki Davis was on my page too, or my live stream too, and that was another thing. I couldn't see any comments until after it was over. So I'm doing something wrong on these live streams. Got Rainbow Kitty. See if you can see him. Sup, Rainbow? Sup, Rainbow? Rainbow's upset. He wants to go outside. Rainbow! Rainbow Kitty. You are in the video. Do you want to get it? Let him out?
This is my phone. Let me go outside. I'm going to throw you outside.
Just in case Farouk comes up. Just in case. You got a robe on, Victoria.
And you can still see me.
I know.
I'm hungry.
What'd you say?
I'm a little hungry.
You're hungry? Okay, well.
I'm a little hungry, not.
What do you want to eat?
I don't know. This time.
I'll fix you something in just a second. And once again, I don't know if this is working. I know what I need to do. I need to contact Sabrina Michelle Bell. She does these live streams from Facebook, and she can let me know how to do these, how to work this thing. Because right now, I don't think there's any viewers, and we've been going for 4 minutes, 51 seconds. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, here's a question. My hair's sticking up. Well, my hair's still wet. I don't really fix my hair very much. Um, yeah. Here's a question for you students out there that may eventually watch this. Do I look different than I do in class? um, Probably not. I mean, I do usually wear my glasses and got my hair up in the teacher bun. Um, the main reason I do that is because it's very important to me to teach, and I don't want my hair in the way. You know, I don't want to be fussing with my hair, so I pull it up in a little bun as tight as it can go, so I don't have to worry about my hair. You know, I dress in very comfortable clothes because I don't want to worry about my clothes, because my job is to teach. It's not to sit there and fix my hair and be worried about what I look like. You know, I wear the glasses because I think they would make me look more professional. Um, you know, uh, and also when I wear my contacts, I feel like my under eye circles show real bad. You know, thanks society for teaching me that. Um, all right, well, uh, we'll end this, and I'm gonna contact Sabrina Michelle and see if she can give me any tips or pointers on how to do these live streams, because I'm not doing very well at them right now, I don't think. Uh, but English, if you're out there, we can finish talking about the gender pay gap whenever you want to. It is one of my favorite topics. You know, I take it to heart. It's happened to me personally many times, and you know, it happens to women all over the world, not just in the United States. Good thing is the gap is closing. Bad thing, hey, mama. Ah, I see mama's on there. See, little girl. Um, can you hear me okay, mama? And I think me and mama are on the same wavelength. There she goes. Hello. I think me and my mom are on the same wavelength of how this live stream works. Nikki Davis, I. Okay, I'm seeing comments now. I was having problems doing the live streams. I'm not really sure how it is supposed to work. We were talking about the gender pay gap, and I thought it had paused, but I watched the video and it did not pause. Maybe y'all got all of the, I see some hearts coming up. I'm not sure how. Oh, that's Nikki Davis. You know, Nikki Davis, whenever I get money, I'm getting, there's English. Yay. Nikki Davis, you know, whenever I get money, my next tattoo is I am I on my right calf. Not, no offense specifically for you, but because I am I is one of my favorite OTEP quotes. Let's see. What doesn't make sense to me is that most men and women can do the same thing. So why are we being paid differently for the same thing? That's very true, English, very true. And side note, I call my students by the last name during classes. So that's why I'm referring to Sierra as English. And she refers to me as Foster. So that's how we do in class. I got some stuff to send to you soon. Yay! Nikki's going to send me some makeup. I got some stuff to send to you too. Let's see. I've still got it right here. Your OTEP sticker. You and Annie's. And like I said, as soon as I get some money, I will send you your sticker and send Annie her sticker. Yeah, I'm like completely, I think I got $3 to my name. I got to go get change together because I'm about out of cigarettes. Yeah, but we work on it. I know, Nikki, you're patient. You're good to me, Nikki. Nikki Davis lives in Pensacola, Florida. She is the boss on the Loyal and Dedicated Tribe of Otep Shemaya's page. She asked me to be a moderator, and it's like one of the best things that's happened to me is her asking me to join the loyal and dedicated tribe of Otep Shemaya's page. I thoroughly enjoy it. You got a Spalding sticker for me? Captain Spalding! I'm going to see Three from Hell Tuesday. I'm so excited. You know, I'm leaving at, well, I've changed my time to, I'm leaving at 4:30 p.m. and I'm going alone, going to Little Rock to the theater. And they've got it's a special behind the scenes look at how the movie was made. And then they played the movie. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. I don't ever get to do, you know, stuff like that for me. Like, usually it's going to OTEP shows, right? Oh, yeah, message me a pic. Usually I go to OTEP shows by myself, and that's my highlight of the year. Well, this year I'm going to see Three from Hell in Little Rock on Tuesday. And do you know, Nikki, that they're playing this movie only 3 days in the United States? It's only out for 3 days. And so I'm going to see it on Tuesday. I'm really excited. And if Mama's still on here, thanks, Mama. My mom bought my ticket for me. Woo! And she's going to keep Victoria so I can go see the movie. But let's see here. Back to the topic at hand. To answer your question, English. Yeah, selected theaters. Like, of course, they ain't nowhere around this town they're going to play that movie, but they're playing it in Little Rock, in one theater in Little Rock, and I'm going. Let's see. So, talking about the gender pay gap, men and women can do the same thing. Yes, they can. Why are we paying? Why are we paid differently based on our gender? Okay. I'll try to make it quick because I could talk about this for days, weeks, months. Here are some different reasons that the pay is different based on gender when people do the same job. Okay. And none of these are in any particular order. They're just whatever comes to my mind first. All right. First, let's go with childcare. All right. In our society, most of the time, not always, sociologists say most likely and not always, because there are always exceptions. There are some men in this world that stay at home and take care of children while women work. That's true. But on average, most likely, women are the ones that take care of children. Okay, so let's say that a woman is at work, and she becomes pregnant, and she misses work due to childbirth. Okay, she may other reasons to miss work due to children is if you have a child. Now, hey, this could be an adopted child. You don't not biological, stepchildren, adopted children, any children under the age of 18 that you're responsible for. All right. Most of the time, if the child gets sick at school, runs a fever, gets hit in the head with a baseball, I don't know. If a kid gets hurt at work, most of the time, it is the female that takes off work to go get the child from school. Okay, so the woman is missing work because of childbirth and child rearing, in that first year of life. Second, they're missing work because somebody's got to go get the kid at school and take care of him. Also, kid's going to get out of school at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. Somebody's got to take care of that kid. All right, so we'll work and pay for daycare. Oh, that makes me so mad. Because straight up honest, There are so many women out there that work to get an income, and they take that income and they pay daycare for it. So they're not making any money, you see. Oh, thank you, Nikki. Yeah, this is kind of my teaching mode, but very unprofessional, relaxed mode. All right. So anyway, we got women missing for childbirth. We got women missing because the kid, got a fever. And then let's say that a child, if the child has a fever, they have to, they are not allowed back at school for 24 hours. So that means the woman's going to miss work the next day. Okay. Unless there's daycare. Daycare's not going to take a kid that's got a fever. Hey, maybe you've got a mama and daddy, like I do, that can take care of the child that's sick and still be able to go to work. But you see the problems associated with female working. Even if, men and women are working the same job, who's going to take off work to take care of the kid? Most of the time, it's the female. All right. So what other child care? Let's see. Sickness, childbirth. All right. So, for example, we've got these examples I just gave. The employer sees that the woman is not able to do the work because of childcare reasons. Therefore, it's a liability to the company because they need somebody to work, do the job, so the corporation can make more money. So they don't want to hire, they're not going to promote, or they don't want women to have children because women miss work, and then the corporation loses money, the billions that they make, because somebody got to take care of the kids. Guess who the kids are? The kids are the future. Unfortunately, my asshole cousin left his wife. He would be the one who watched the kid while she worked. Now he's gone. She has no one to watch the kid, so now she's going to lose her job. Exactly. Can't get any kind of assistance, and the baby has special needs. Yes, Nikki, yes. In some states, they will give the family paternity leave so the mother can go back to work if they are both bringing the check in, so they can rotate who stays home. English, I would question that about paternity leave, because most of the time in the United States, yes, they do have maternity leave for women, but it's only for like 2 or 3 months, and it's unpaid. They don't pay you while you're gone. Now, in other countries, in Norwegian, like I think it's Norway or Sweden, they have maternity and paternity leave paid, as in the father can stay at home for an entire year with the child and get paid. And when they get through with that paternity leave, they still got their job. But here in the United States, they have maternity leave, which is unpaid. They do not pay you while you're gone. And then after the 2 months or 3 months is up and you come back to your job, a lot of times they ain't got that job for you. They've already replaced you and you lose your job. So you see how unequal pay based on childcare. It is unpaid maternity leave. Now, and get this, with employers that have 15 or less employees, they do not have to give maternity leave. They do not have to keep your job when you come back. They can fire you based on becoming pregnant. And it's okay. Like in Arkansas is a, what's it called? Damn it. It's like 3 words. Free to work. I don't know what they call it, but basically in Arkansas, they can fire you for any reason they want. They can fire you because they're having a bad day. They can fire you because you got blonde hair. They can fire you because you got on brown shoes. It's terrible. You can get fired for any reason in Arkansas, especially if you have 15 or less employees. So let's say that you're working a secretary position and you get pregnant and you take your unpaid maternity leave. When you come back, they've already replaced you with somebody else and they ain't got no job for you. How are you going to pay for food for your kid, you know? Yeah, it's unpaid in the United States, maternity leave. I mean, it's not like, adults are missing work to go to the casinos. No, they're missing work so they can they can rear a child to be a productive citizen in this world. But we don't pay them for that. Because why? Capitalism. The goal is profit. They do not care about their workers. All they care about is making money for the company. They don't care about you. They care about making money for the company. Capitalism. Goal is profit. All right, so that's one example of the reason for unequal pay is because women miss out on promotions or jobs or, anything based on having to take care of children. Okay. Now, other reasons. Number 2 example, blatant discrimination. As in, the person that is hiring, is interviewing people. They got a woman and they got a man, and they're interviewing them for the same job. And the person, the hirer, the person that's hiring says, "I don't like women. I'm going to hire the man." Yeah, blatant gender discrimination that occurs. All right. Yeah, thank you, Nikki. Capitalism, goals, profit. They don't care. And in the hiring process, if you got a woman and a man doing the same, going for the same job, same experience, same everything, they're gonna be like, a woman might get pregnant. We ain't gonna hire her because then she'll miss work. We're gonna hire the man because he's got some woman at home that's gonna take care of the kid. All right. So, side note, yes, it is true, but since the man does make more money than the woman, maybe it is good for the man to work because they'll, bring home more money. But wouldn't it be cool if both men and women could both work? Think about how much more that family would have money. Because child care at home is unpaid labor. It is a 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week job that is unpaid. Yeah, that's a good point, English. Um, you know, uh, some people are real, as in the patients will choose, a man doctor more than a female doctor, unless it's, a certain type, like gynecology. Sometimes women choose women, whatevs. But, oh, and speaking of, higher jobs like doctors and lawyers, this is true, okay? This research here. All right, when you, and you're going to see it, English, in class when we go over gender. All right, when you look at the difference in income from high school diploma, let's start with no high school diploma, bachelor's degree, master's degree, doctorate degree, okay? Break it down by the educational level and the gender, binary category, male, female. The higher up you go with your education, the bigger the pay gap is. As in, if you are working, if you are working, if you have less than a high school diploma, you have more equal pay with the other gender than if you have a PhD, a lawyer, for example. As in, female lawyers make less, much less, than male lawyers. Doctors, medical doctors, female doctors get paid less than male doctors. And it's a bigger gap for them than it is for high school diplomas. No shit. Very good point, Nikki. If the company wants to save money by paying their workers less, then they'll hire women because they can get away with paying women less. Yes. Let's quote OTEP. Exploitation is contagious for the selfish and self-inflated. Once again, goal of capitalism is profit. Your retail company is wanting to make money. Therefore, they're going to pay their workers as least as possible. They're going to hire women because they can pay them lower. See where I'm going? And they can replace you easily. And plus, retail is a feminine job, you know, unless you're selling camouflage guns and stuff, you know, then they'll hire a man. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, English, that, look, people are not paid. Y'all pay is bad. All right, so we've got examples of childcare. We've got examples of blatant discrimination, gender discrimination. All right, here's another reason. All right. Now, let's look at the educational system. When we look at kids in elementary school, what we find on average, not everybody, but on average, is that girls do better in writing, reading, and English. Boys do better in science and math. All right. Why? That's another long explanation, but I'm going to skip that explanation. Just we'll go from here. All right. The higher up you go in the educational system, you know, the more blatant this is. For example, when I was a senior in high school, we had a class, anatomy and physiology and trigonometry. Yours truly took those. And I was one of 2 girls in that class. They were all boys. So why is it that females do not choose to go into math, trigonometry, science, engineering? You know, there's a difference when choosing a major in college based on gender. If you are to $35 an hour, could you imagine what you could do if you made $35 an hour? You could pay rent. You could buy groceries. You know, and we're talking about basic necessities. We ain't talking about buying a yacht. Anyway. All right. So when individuals choose their major in college, you know, what they find is that females choose feminine majors, males choose masculine majors. All right. If you're at a college and you walk by a classroom and it's an engineering class, what you're going to find is mostly males. If you walk by an English class, you're going to find mostly females. Okay. If you walk by, you know, let's see what else, you know, like social sciences, more females. Chemistry, more males. All right. Now, so what we're doing is based on gender, which is based on the way we are socialized, based on the media, based on all these external social forces that influence us, our choices, our, you know, what we choose, what we think we can do. You know, look at an education majors. How many are female? Look at chemical engineers. How many are male? All right. So there's a huge difference when it comes to choosing your major based on gender. All right. Now, those people graduate college and they get a job. Women are going to make less money based on the college major that they choose. Men are going to make more money based on the college major that they chose. And the reason why we choose those majors, gender socialization, going back to elementary school, little girls are told that, they're more, girls are better at talking to other people. Girls talk. Boys go outside and run around, active. Girls passive. There you go, English. Exactly. That's a very good point. That is Nikki, challenge gender roles. You see, Nikki Davis, why I'm so pumped when I see OTEP talk about, challenge gender roles, breaking glass ceilings, and in that song Boss, because this is my shit. This is my, passion, is talking about the different, gender stratification is what it's called. All right, so we've covered childcare, we've covered blatant discrimination, we've covered choice of major, and then of course going into the type of job that men and women do. Now I know we started the topic talking about men and women doing the same job with unequal pay. Well, let's talk about them having different types of jobs and what they're paid. Retail, Nikki Davis, paid less than construction.
Mama,
Exactly. Pink for girl, blue for boys. Yeah.
Sorry, but
It's cute. All right. Let me think of what are some other reasons. Like I said, blatant discrimination, people thinking that women cannot do those jobs. I'm pretty sure that if I was physically fit, which I am not, if I was physically fit and was given Tonka trucks to play with as a kid, I could be a construction worker. Okay? It's not going to hurt me. Oh, but what if she gets pregnant? Well, you know what? There's a lot of women out there that don't want children. It's okay. You don't have to have children. We got plenty of people. You do not have to procreate. And then also, hey, how about the woman work and the man stay at home and take care of the kid? No, men have to work. Come on now. There's socialization. That's right, English. Thanks, Mama. I'll see y'all. And thank you for bringing us leftovers and graded papers. That's my mama, Joanne Foster. Anywho, let's see. What else is it about? Here's another difference. Okay, about promotions. Let's say that we've got male and female lawyers, top dogs, right? Okay. What you find is in law firms, a lot of times, the males are the owners of the law firm. Females work for the owner. Less pay. Another example using lawyers. All right. Let's say after work, everybody's going to go to, the local pub and have a drink, and talk about, yes, religious. Hey, Mama Foster. So here we go. Let's say that the workers, the lawyers, you've had a long day. Let's go to the local pub and have a drink and talk about football. All right. So it's going to be a bunch of males going to a bar to have alcohol. Is the female going to join them? Let's say she does. The female joins, let's say that there's 5 men and 1 female sitting at a bar drinking alcohol. The female is not going to be able to rub shoulders, rub elbows in the good old boy system. You see? And then when promotions come about, it's usually a male that's the boss. The male is going to give his friends, good old boy system, those that he goes and to Wild Wings and watches football with and drinks beer, he's going to give the promotion to his friend that's a male. And then women miss out. Because if a woman goes to a bar and has a drink with a bunch of men, how does that look? You see? You see what I mean? So, and at the same time, the woman probably can't go to the bar and have a drink because she got to go home and take care of a kid. Maybe not. Maybe she doesn't have kids. But is she really going to participate in this after hours drinking with all the men? And then that comes up with sexuality and heterosexuality and, being as a female in a bar and on and on and on and on. Do you see English, all these different reasons for the difference in pay? It just goes on and on forever. I could talk about this topic for years. What's some other reasons? So far we got childcare, blatant discrimination, different choice of college major, good old boy system, hanging out after school, after hours, the stereotypes that women cannot do certain jobs because of their reproductive organs. What else is there? I'm trying to think. There's a plethora of reasons that there is a difference in pay, and it's not just in the United States. It's worldly. It's globally. It's all over the world. Like if you think about stratification or inequality, as in people being treated differently based on the category in which they belong. The main category that people are treated differently on is gender all over the world. Okay. You see, all over the world. And is it because of reproduction? But last time I checked, when you reproduce, 50% is female and 50% is male. Yes, 2 women can have a child by insemination. I know. And 2 men can have a child from adoption. I know. But we're just talking about the binary categories of male and female. Is it because of reproduction? Is it because of pronatal society that we live in? Our society tells us that we are supposed to procreate. And if we don't procreate, there's something wrong with us. If we don't get married, there's something wrong with us. You know what I say? See, I wouldn't do that in class English. But, these are social norms. Norms are rules that guide our behavior. Norms. Based on the society in which we are found, United States. Social norms teach us differences between males and females. So, we must change these social norms. Remember, social norms are perpetuated generation after generation. Adults teach the children these social norms. And if you don't teach those stereotypical classic social norms, you're weird. You're different. It's wrong. And but with my kid is taught that she can do anything in the world. She can go be a construction worker. She can drive an ice cream truck. She can go teach. She can be a daycare worker. She can be a stay-at-home mom. Whatever she wants. But At the same time, I'm not going to push stereotypes, stereotypical gender norms onto my kid, even though she's female. And I can change it within my life with my kid, but most of other people in this world or in the United States, they don't see it that way. So, how's it going to change? I don't know. Here we go. I thought of another reason for the difference in pay. Women are less likely to ask for a promotion. Okay? They just take what they are given. When men and women go into an interview, it is more likely that a man will request a salary. It's more likely that a female will just accept what they give her. Interesting. And that's based on social norms. Even me, when I go to work, I know for a fact that I deserve more pay. But am I going to the boss and making a big stink and asking for higher pay? When I got hired, did I ask for a specific salary? I just needed a job. I took whatever they give me, and I take it, and I keep doing the job because if I complain, guess what? They fire me and hire somebody else that's not going to complain. See? Woo! We on 41 minutes. This ended up being a long live stream, but it's one of my passions, something that I fight about, that I fight for. I'm a freedom fighter. I want everybody to be treated fairly, equally, and not based on stereotypes, gender norms. I thank you, English, Sierra Nicole. I thank you, English, for bringing up the topic of gender pay gap. And I thank you for hanging around and giving me these comments. And you too, Nikki Davis. Thank you for hanging out and joining me in this conversation. More to come. I enjoy talking about these things, and I don't really have any friends, like people to talk to about it. So that's why I started doing these live streams. So I thank all of y'all for hanging out. And if you think it's interesting, and if you have other people, that want to hear this, let them watch my video and see what they say. It'll start a conversation between you and another person, and it will be controversial because people will, the examples that I use, people will they will argue with it nonstop. I've lived it. I know it. I expect it, and I can't wait for the gender chapter to come up in my class. See, last semester I taught sociology of gender. You see how important that was to me? So anyway, thanks for hanging out. Holler at me. Keep me posted and come up with some topics. We'll talk about anything. I love sociology, and hey, sociology is us humans. So we got topics for decades. So y'all have a good one. I might go live again. I'll see y'all.